Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a great week. This past weekend, I had an opportunity to participate in my first Art in the Park event here in Pittsfield, Vermont. And it was a really great opportunity to not only connect with other vendors and artists from the area, but also a chance to connect directly with people, potential clients, and visitors to the area. So this week, instead of doing one of my normal art videos, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my experience, and I'm going to show you my booth and show you a little bit how I got set up and the process for doing so. Since this was the first time I was exhibiting my art in such a venue, I wasn't really sure how to go about the process. So instead of reinventing the wheel, I basically went online and I did a little bit of research. Turns out there are a lot of people who do this on a very frequent basis, and they have a lot of advice to offer people like myself who are just starting out and have no idea where to start. I was able to find some ideas on how to hang my art, different ways that I could set my booth up, and it made the process way easier for me. For a first experience, I would say it was a success. I was able to sell some artwork. I was able to connect with a lot of people from many different parts of New England. And I also connected with a lot of artists from the area. And that for me was a very valuable experience. I had fun, and I can say 99.9% for sure that I'll do it again next year. Without further ado, let's get going on showing you how I set my booth up. I hope you enjoy this video, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week. Thanks for watching. After finding a canopy I would use for my booth, I needed to find some ways to hang my artwork. By adapting some of the ideas we found on Pinterest, my husband and I decided to build some simple wooden frames. We sized the frames according to the size of the artwork I was intending on hanging. To keep our building process as simple as possible, we used some metal brackets to attach our wood together. Even though we weren't trying to build anything fancy, we thought it would be a good idea to sand the wood to make it easier for handling. Our little buddy Garou was always nearby, supervising and making sure we were doing a good job. I'm lucky to say this handsome guy is my hubby. The two of us are both pretty handy, and we have lots of fun working on projects together. Once the first wooden frame was complete, we attached some wire mesh to the back of it, and our first panel was done. In total, we built 2 sets of 3 screens each, and we attached the screens together using some hinges. Here's what it looked like when the first 2 screens were attached together. We were both pretty excited to see the result. Once the screens were built a few days before the show, I thought it would be a good idea to do a dry run to make sure the setting up process went smoothly. I'm really glad I did this because it really helped me figure out the proper setup, and it also helped me streamline the setup process so that it went faster on the morning of the event. Here's a quick glimpse of the artwork I brought with me to the event. Those of you who've been watching my videos for a while will recognize that some of the artwork here is artwork I created for my YouTube channel. The rest is artwork I've created off camera using fluid acrylic techniques and resin. I also brought with me a variety of different watercolor paintings I created over the past year. And finally, this is me on the morning of the event doing my final booth setup. I wish I'd been able to slow myself down a little bit more so I could take more pictures for you. But since it was my first time participating in this kind of activity, on the morning of the event, I was feeling a little bit stressed. So the last thing on my mind was my camera.
Thankfully, the anxiety quickly faded and I had lots of fun at the event. If I'm not mistaken, there were over 30 vendors at the event this year. Sadly, I didn't get a chance to connect with all of them, but I did get to meet a lot of really nice people. Who knows? Maybe next year I'll see you at the event too. I'll have a new art video for you next week, and I hope you can join me then. Until then, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and happy creating!